Hi, I'm Pastor Darren, and welcome to Word for the Week. I want to talk to you today about being betrayed. We all know what it's like to be betrayed. There's a good chance that somebody in our life, someone we cared deeply for, someone we loved, who betrayed us in one way or another. And heaven forbid, we've done the same thing to somebody else. Jesus understands what it is to be betrayed. He knows in the deepest way possible. In Mark chapter 10, Jesus takes a moment and gives another prophetic message to his disciples about his death. And in verse 33 through 34, he tells them this. "We are going up to Jerusalem," he said, "and the Son of Man will be betrayed to the chief priests and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles, who will mock him, spit on him, flog him, and kill him. 3 days later, he will rise." For those of us today, we hear the good news at the end of that little comment Jesus makes. For those he was speaking to, probably were caught up far more in the beginning of it and the betrayal. But what I want us to think about is, do we betray Jesus even yet today? Now you may ask, how do we betray Jesus? It's really quite simple. Anytime we intentionally and deliberately choose to disobey God, to sin, we are betraying that love and grace and that gift of God that was Jesus and his life and death and his resurrection. In the same way, we can betray Jesus when we deliberately and intentionally don't do the things we know God wants us to do. As we're approaching Easter and Good Friday, I want you to take time and think, are there times in my life when I am betraying Jesus by my choices? My choice to not follow him, my choice to sin, my choice not to do the things I know I should be doing. This is not about laying a guilt trip on anybody, but it's about us being honest with ourselves and with the Lord to examine where we fall short. Are we honoring Jesus in his sacrifice and his love and his grace? Or do we take it for granted and do what we want, thinking, oh, he'll just forgive me later? We need to be faithful. And so this week, be intentional about being obedient to God. Be intentional about avoiding and walking away from sin. I'm Pastor Darren. That's your word for the week. God bless and have a wonderful day.